Good morning. Chairman Patron, I want to say, Bema, what it is will be any. Oh, yeah.
I know what he did. What?
Sir, more deviant, many Jim, and I feel the current technical directors at the Chelsea Football Club, no, they need to be studied.
I don't know my.
I mean, they almost manage Chelsea Siciano. Many more talk. And more the right set of players. So, and I'm more tons so the young ton
yeah.
They say my use here some of them call Sunderland.
Yeah.
Loan T my idea about my basso.
Kendry Pies and so he called loan out Strasbourg. Mamadou Sarr I call loan out Strasbourg. I mean, in Gakanka, there are some other players that say Chelsea Sans here with my rich man. You met here from TSC say there was slight technical problem
with our Facebook.
Or your Facebook. Say what you say stream now on Facebook and you won't find out. Now saying Facebook for or more community guidelines, they're very strict. To the extent say I need to see the best graphics. I demand your T for near for send a baby on my neighbor home. But it looks as if say you re-evaluate some of the graphics here they ban because we have that technical problem and they streaming live on YouTube or Nhyira TV. Our Carbon is a live no just click on Nhyira TV. In fact, call Richardo Twitter, Richardo_Smith or Twitter link in or call me Twitter, my retweet, Sokoban Fatilo, all of us the social media handles now. Nina go on my bit my kunya show ni be no enjoy. Bit show bra. Ni common analysis na come YouTube Nhyira TV show also no subscribe what turn on notification what choose or send be they be on you something the content to go on
sure
no enjoy Nhyira TV na bibia
na you see na world girlfriend day sana matino and great
you say me about
go me who so post to girlfriend go fi asante you see na world girlfriend day. You see, I know be sending me. Me who's what pursue girlfriend? I
say you me be.
Okay. When about when jai?
ABC wa. And your baby has no public
attention.
Say only be out number 12 to go on pesa. To go on pet PD. No.
Me say me pet.
Oh pet. Pet because partner say. Well, you do better.
Many in your home.
What in your home? Do you post one on your machine?
Me a private person.
Do you post one on your machine?
Who post me?
No, your machine is and the problem is.
Who can say move?
Because the way I was
no one no pay. And then what girlfriend day? Who pursue girlfriend? When you know, mommy will be a pussy there, pussy. Now, a man someone yes, I know to me on there. Anyway,
post.
I will be am pushing it there.
Original say girlfriend. Why not? I mean,
so penquan the I am.
Yeah, I mean, show her love, let her know say odono. But be careful so. The problem so bad here. Who know nyam here the any hobby. Sure. Today any so here.
When now the near two and push to back. And back look no. If you are now block no any.
I don't tire.
People told me coffee. Some too grim. She must have no evidence in any.
You know, must get evidence.
So or the back could be no coffee. And some young here.
It's all blocking no man.
I said my block back.
One is all number back.
Me tears actually.
Not yet.
Say me block here any. Someone in a bit no. You
and yeah, we see girlfriends in happy girlfriend day. We see their girlfriends day. I was so deserve. Now, Rich, almost for no, so my girlfriends are now.
Why more?
Side for no.
Side chicks. I'm girlfriend. Category next room. They are very broad.
It's also very important. And you ever show me that? Because I go for yourself. I'm a balance.
So, only a problem. Bia, na ko. Umrefi na bini no da. Come.
We say side chicks.
Nyam. Oh, dear mo yamai.
worry for that. A man worry for those you move fool. Oh, encourage you could say.
Omunyai.
I will go anymore.
I'm going away. I'm never Buama Wadiana.
But I say a bit more. Side for the woman, Mom, so claim me. And they put on just please.
Baby,
show your side. Into whom Madame now watching a bag. One man, at church. Okay, Yanko. It's Galatasaray for a yard, I did not expect to see them. In fact, I don't think there is any football club since I started following the game in earnest. I mean, say, oh yeah, Adiana and no Galatasaray for no ANB. Rich, yesterday was official. Victor Osimhen was back in Istanbul, and he is going to be a player of Galatasaray for the 25-26 season for 4 more years. Rich, Osimhen is 25. By the time a contract man, they know what 29. The story around Victor Osimhen. In fact, if you've listened to Victor, he tells an exciting and interesting story of Senia as a young boy from Abeokuta in Nigeria. Now, a hockey pure water and sachet water in the traffic as the youngest of Nipa Pama. Now, any scan command Nipa Pani edition in your penny for Obomo. Rich, when Victor got a chance to go to Europe, it wasn't straight up. Who got transfer marketer? Look at the baby of Victor Osimhen coffee fire. And Sana, even the big breakthrough at Napoli. There were times in Charleroi, our Belgium. There was a time in the French and German Bundesliga, and then of course Lille. It was from Lille, and of course Italy. Before then, he had issues with injuries and malaria and adaptation. Which, when he broke onto the market in Italy, he was unstoppable. For everybody who loves the game, or G2, Mr. Victor Osimhen, a top player, I believe that Charlie, the numbers of Victor Osimhen are a top tier, and you can't take anything away from him. Winning them the Scudetto, becoming the first player to win the Coppa Caponieri, which is the top scorer of Italian Serie A, and also winning the Scudetto for since 30 years for Napoli, which he made him a king. But Obekaya and Sembi as your social media manager no posti BB more like a racist issue. Victor Osimhen took offense to it. Rich Nafede Bedu baby, Nicola are not thriving under him. Luciano Spalletti, Ebabe Fuemako, your Italian national team. Victor felt that this is not a place for him. Even when Antonio Conte was coming, they wanted to try and integrate a branch of friend Victor Osimhen to the team. But Victor said, this is the end for me. Only Vicha Koreskeli and Nhyira. Rich, for almost 2 months, we have been grappling on the Victor Osimhen story. Why in the bit here, you see, Sikana players, no teams in Europe, no, Osimhen salary no was so they will not be able to pay. And amounts on team called Chelsea, on team called Man United, Saudi for and he's kind of on the table. So he turned it down because he wanted to stay in Europe. Rich, we are Galatasaray for 1 year now, me yeah. And mom is a female manager. This is Galatasaray's official Twitter handle. And now, when the whole thing became official, I'm already registered Victor. Rich, this is what Galatasaray put out on their Twitter. I'm not sure originally in Czech, but then I've used the Twitter translation into English and I'll read it for you. I'm going to say, regarding the transfer of professional footballer Victor James Osimhen, an agreement has been reached with his club, SSC and Napoli SPA. In this contest, a net transfer of 75 million, like we mentioned, will be paid to his former club. Additionally, under the terms of the agreement, 10% of profits of the player's net sale will be paid to Napoli. A 4-year contract has been signed with the player, effective from the 25-26 season. According to the agreement, the player will receive a net guaranteed fee, Rich Tio. A net guarantee fee. Yeah, the Victor Osimhen salary at 2 abonting. Oh, Biba.
They are undisclosed.
Right.
They be undisclosed.
Which even for most of the European clubs, they don't officially put it out. Galatasaray have put it out. And you know, I'll tell you something about Turkey. 15 million euros per season. And net loyalty bonus, like Gabi was telling you, 1 million euros. And of course, an image right of 5 million euros.
That is incredible.
Which big 6 European clubs, nobody could have paid this money. Maybe unless Madrid. Or let me say, nobody will pay this money. Oh dear, my any calculation, my 15 million divided by 12 months. Gabi did it. You see the amount of money that he takes in a month. So it means that he will take in excess of about 2 million, no, 1 point something million each month.
That is huge.
For Victor Osimhen, yes. The last time Babe Kacho said, Marc-André ter Stegen is one of Barcelona's highest paid players, or just 1 million per month. Then you go to even English Premier League. Mohamed Salah is the highest paid player, one of the highest in the English Premier League, 375 in the US contract. Which this salary range is in the range of the Mohamed Salahs, the big boys, and Galatasaray have respected Nhyira.
So probably in the man stay.
Which but Onyesika can see elsewhere.
But when Nhyira said Onyesika no take it on.
No, I referee out for this kind of rich.
So Sentinel make us say I rented to me rejected Ahila from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
It tells you that the Ghana from the man is okay.
Yeah, near bad.
Okay.
But make us say in his Kankwa, he could have gone to Ahila.
Yeah.
But it is true that he wanted to stay in Europe. But it's not Europe. Maniska no se be man ewu ato ne yam. Rich. Anya Shekra Victor Osimhen Nigerian.
So that is around there 289.
Yeah. That's 290 in euros.
That's fine.
Rich, that is what I'm fine. That is what the big boys.
Boy taking out just ask.
Yes,
Yeah.
that Rich.
It means you are a big boy.
In the Premier League, that's what the big boys take. The highest big boys of Premier League, edge 280 to 300.
Also know. You take tax.
Can also probably huge tax.
You take tax.
And then also need this image bonus. No? We need a loyalty bonus of 1 million. So Osimhen has good money. And he's staying at Galatasaray. Rich. Galatasaray wants to dominate Turkey more. The information to Abantino. The Fenerbahce fans were beginning to say Galatasaray for Miska. And of course, they struggle to do that. So they want to put out the finances openly so that they will be in good financial standing. Then, of course, when we books the balance here, they say that you catch them. And still, we are in that slide. It is going to be difficult for Fenerbahce to compete, even with Jose Mourinho. Who say somewhere, I think earlier in the year, maybe analysis say Fenerbahce believe that in getting Jose Mourinho, they've gotten one of the best conspiracy theorists to knock off Galatasaray for off the pitch. But Rich, players are Galatasaray signing. They are signing Leroy Sané. They've added Victor Osimhen. They want to add Ederson Morales to the pack. That is a team that competes in the Champions League next season. The only problem will probably be the technical know-how of the coaches. No? But apart from that, I think that they should be fine. Rich, I'm Osimhen Ajiska.
Okay.
I get somewhere close to 300,000 each week. Osimhen Bejashi the bottom din. And I just say in a month, no, but just somewhere around 1.2 thereabouts million. And you're going bottom. Not about Nigeria. That is good money for him. And now show no. Now Barca for a good game. Asian tour. How many FC saw? Which Barca for winning by 7 goals to 3. Now Lamine Yamal was at the helm of the onslaught from Football Club Barcelona. And in front of sports, they put him there no matter Festival de 10. I don't know what 10 is in Spanish, but then the festival of the number 10. Because Lamine Yamal was instrumental. Alright, I'm not interested in what sport put there. I'm interested in this man. Rich, because we're on the show, my show gave me be live. So after the game, I decided to first follow the commentary and then later on go and watch the game. Which Sebeya Barca should not let Andreas Christensen go. It's in the morning game ball playing centre back. Christensen is up there. And the Hansi Flick style of playing football, their friend Hansi Bono, really hinges on centre back where you're comfortable with the ball. Nhyira de Ronald Araujo, Ebama Barcelona constantly, Barca fans get issues with him, is that in that system, you can't hide. Hansi Flick Bono. You will be in the game. You will be isolated 1v1. So whatever it is, your downside will be exposed. When you watch Andreas Christensen and how he plays for Barcelona team, on the ball, off the ball, and now we could share game. No, say oh your Barcelona anywhere and share now show now. Go to footballia.com. It has all of the past games on them. Football. Andreas Christensen as a number 5. But it looks as if say on one Abasa for any opportunity. Wherever Andreas Christensen will go, I know that he will play football.
Okay.
I know say Obebo ball pa. I know that he can reinvent his form and things are going to be good. And I think there was a part of the Benjamin Sesko analysis that we didn't touch on. And analysis on Benjamin Sesko in the context of the general complexion of Manchester United for next season. Which in the last 2 days, Marco Koye a verbal inquiry of our branch friend Benjamin Sesko. But after the verbal inquiry now Marco Koye which what Jacobs Ben and a lot of the guys that report from Manchester side on are saying is that Makache Leipzig for say you are serious about getting the boy Benjamin Sesko. 2. Yes, Masanso Ako Benjamin Sesko agents all catch and say you are serious in bringing Benjamin Sesko to Old Trafford. 8. Newcastle 2 wanted Benjamin Sesko. What we are hearing is that the boy is likely to turn his attention to Manchester United other than Newcastle United.
Or follow him on Instagram.
You see, it links me to what I want to see. DBR Mekacho. The Manchester United brand is a big C. Maybe Barcelona and Madrid. In terms of brand, football, worldwide, Makani several times said, club is been a this 16, 15 million. Like you won't get 50 million as a franchise sponsor. Oh, yeah. But it is Manchester United. And because marketing is about followership and sales, at the end of the day, only Manchester United, sales come. So these companies will always come. Rich Benjamin Sesko says he wants Manchester United. Maybe also Ruben Amorim, my friend, and he has sold to him what the project will look like with him. Yeah? If you want an athletic center forward, you see, in the modern game, the Premier League, we here strike or physical. Now, area ball be a bit winning. Now, I only have to bring other players into player. Benjamin Sesko is your guy. You see, when it comes to goals, I am not worried. Whether Benjamin Sesko and Ebebo as the main guy or whatever, Munyato Benjamin Sesko, I don't have a problem. Why am I saying this? Rich in Mutim, Ruben Amorim Ebo in a 3-back. And inside 3-back, no, he plays with 2 or 3 midfielders most times, 3 midfielders most times, and then 2 inside forwards like this. Now, after there, or the striker, at the account. So the 2 inside forwards, no, in this case, are going to be Brian Mbeumo and your friend Matthias Cunha. Then you are going to have Abrentia, your friend Benjamin Sesko as the number 9. And then you been common. You say Brian Mbeumo shared 23 goals for Brentford. He has Premier League experience. What does it mean? It means that any share Crampo, Brian Mbeumo will give Manchester United goals. 2, Matthias Cunha. He scored in excess and overachieved his XGs last season. It means that Manchester United already has goals in the 2 inside forwards. Nyaka is what can Benjamin Sesko give you? I think that any crown. A 10 goals and assist goal involvement next season. I don't think say Benjamin Sesko going to be from Man United. I think that he can do that.
But no, the problem I'm in the way here. Most of the goals, no,
You see, I'm coming there. It's
so our United game
would that be a problem if Mbeumo Elmau 20 goals, Nakunya Elmau 20 goals? It won't be a problem.
No.
The reason why last season you had a big problem with most of the strikers is that the other players were not scoring to help them. So Bruno Fernandes did not give you 20 goals last season. If you have 2 players that will give you 20 plus goals next season, it eases the stress on our branch here, your friend of Benjamin Sesko. Emma will calm it down. But which the problem is that I think that spending 75 million on Benjamin Sesko can be a a risk and a big risk at that. I didn't make us. Which if you want to know, Munya light, Casemiro, no future, Manuel Ugarte, just without the ball, Kobe Mainoo, not good without the ball, Mason Mount, injury issues, Bruno Fernandes, yes, check. But then apart from this, are you not worried about your midfield as a Manchester United fan?
Your problem last season, Kofi. Sorry, a Manchester Yepa. Nanya midfield nigga. We're playing so well.
Yeah.
But Bono could do any more. The Osimhen. And it's why this season. The attention in the how to solve that problem.
But your midfield had a problem. Last season, we had 6 separate pairs of midfielders.
It was because it drew maybe no. Players are and the two almost no prepare.
Exactly. So what shows the Osimhen to be durable next season? What shows that Casemiro will be durable next season?
Maybe yes, our projections.
No, which is it, and only if. Arsenal don't want to do if. Chelsea don't want to do if.
No, but transfer
no, you see, so
maybe one after
that is why I'm doing the analysis. Okay. I may two defensive United, but relax. I relax. Yeah, United as a spokesperson.
I know I said, Drew me team as a man. Now, person Jimmy Timasam. Oh, Grandma Bano, that I said, no, who can be mentioned of Yodi? And the budget in the Yabutan and Gary.
Mr. Jadu, relax. We don't need problem. Rich, Fiifi Manfred, Nyameka say, "Se offer Manuel Ugarte, se morning kitana oyadi, he wins the ball for you. But on the ball, he's not the best player for the Premier League.
It was in the first season in the Premier League.
No, but why did he leave Paris Saint-Germain? Because that is not his stock in trade. On your player good on the ball, he's good without the ball, and he's the same kind of midfielder as Casemiro, very experienced. But Casemiro put a new vehicle in him. So what I'm saying is that Kobe Mainoo cannot play alone in that midfield too with Bruno Fernandes. It means that nobody will shadow. So it means that this Manchester United team, you can't play Bruno Fernandes and add Kobe Mainoo to it. Unless up top, number 3-5-2. That is where the problem is. That is what I'm saying, that if Manchester United can go onto the market and then find a young midfielder who is both ball-sided and without the ball, a ball winner, which is going to be perfect. Who have I been thinking about for Manchester United? Rich, this man from Cameroon. I also say,
he's good.
And he's a good. Rich, betting from they've not missed Moses Caicedo because of Carlos Baleba. Which only investment in Carlos Baleba in the United midfield. You can decide to play him with Bruno Fernandes and Kwao on him. Fernandes on the ball work. He will do the dirty work. Or Sanji Bono, will pass according to him. Then you can have Cunha and then Mbeumo and add Benjamin Sesko. Man for Baleba Madia, the Amuye Keke, 6 points.
Oh, start you.
Oh, me see you 6 points. I'll be starting.
Oh, start.
You 6 points.
But your mom on YouTube, no, in Star TV. When you panel starting, and to draw attention, Tom. Tommy Lane, you need the amateur man.
We see you 6 points.
Incident.
Yes, 6 points.
Me say, Manchester United team that one. You ensured the problem with our midfield. The problem we had last season, our yeah. The front three, no one a problem.
Okay.
Because chances creation here, we create a lot of chances.
Exactly, let me say. I'm not disagree with you. Me say your problem was goal scoring. You brought in 2 excellent goal scorers, Cunha and Mbeumo. Yeah. So why don't you have to invest money in another striker?
A proper number 9 in the 18 box. Our present.
But Holland has presence.
Holland owns me my present. Or no him. He knows very well. Maybe Kofi. On a more serious note, a suitors no nyai. So any suitors and Kiaton. Zegzi for instance, Zegzi, yes, or the ball playing player. Into any general, you feel say maybe probably in the first season to answer them three. Yeah. Into Yamano, the season are Ebano, near Venekaka. But Holland is clear. Yenya team Yaman Kamanako. Now, you pay a number 9 presence in the box. Player above on the 280 box rima. Wouldn't say there's a certain player above on the other.
At the expense of the midfield.
Midfield me coffee me said then win problem gidi.
Okay. Well, I mean,
you see, Premier League na catch on. A player Bakumi and be normal by first season na no mo ebo. What I say? Obu on my bia. the second season or ABS seasons they didn't move to Asas or Peke. And I know so could be man I stay fit this season.
Kobe has been there for almost this is third season.
Opera last season probably.
Rich, but
he can play.
Rich, relax.
Why am I for that? No sign goes or the coach I can.
You see that's the problem.
He can defend as well.
So you are banking your hopes on Kobe Menu.
We will do that.
Okay, let's agree.
I know your team.
Okay, let's agree to disagree. No problem.
I only say that they are more than most are more than beam.
Say
a bedroom maybe say coach be my pep talks. This a player.
Yeah, the NC Besham.
Who prepares
yeah, man, and Uniska. Yeah, the NC Besham.
Yeah, can team as some of who so beat him up a kassa. Yeah, my father, then I. Not a body man, my guy.
Nintimecho.
I would not
analyst.
Obaji 6 points a few hours.
Yeah, Besham, Massa.
As a Oshe Piage, I also a Yama.
Me say Man United.
Born young Canada.
Me. Uchu Okosroba from 6 points or more.
The bill is that
Manchester United.
Me say, Cafe when it at Afian can be Manchester. Me so to be
to relax you. What's that?
As I'm sure Pierre, we team no as a all of a sudden it's okay.
Belgium, 6 points a few more.
And sit that.
Oh, dear,
me see and sit that.
2 notes for phones.
Matro at the home.
You bet you 6 points.
What are you saying?
Okay, I'm not even aggressive on it too. Manchester United, you're 10. You're 6 points or more. Mami Chiro, Barcelona get day, get 3 points for no.
Yeah,
you got you. Agree, oh, why you just me day. More 6 points or more. I like a 3 points for no.
PG team as he did, the normal running out of show. What they know I am with Barcelona is the Bian and Barcelona. Who to go bed as Barcelona? Coffee, but I can't talk about
Barcelona.
Oh, Massa. You're
Massa, me sure your problem, Nana. Basa team.
Can you name?
Keep away.
And again,
you can't tell me.
You pursue be at TV in
more Champions League. You need Champions League. My
but I ran to you on Casancheno.
I'm going Nigeria.
People around him should talk to him.
Do what?
Unfat the proper way and leave.
Rich. Then I'll.
No, sometimes see, Kofi. Yes, I agree, sir, baby, and the pedigree all football, when here to be said Liverpool, the Arsenal, the Chelsea, and the rest, no more money, yes, and some of very retire. But you see, Umpo, Newcastle, I'm why, baby, I would.
But he has not been ungrateful.
No, Nasa Brantino, time or more pieces,
yeah,
yet is or say, or Yari, yes, sir,
yeah.
But later, any bones on Yari, Bibiano,
yeah.
I'm not air forcing the way out from the club, and I'm saying that it's wrong.
Rich, you see, let me
find the proper way. Look, I want to move on.
Rich, let me tell you what the insiders are. I may connect enemy sources on Alexander Isak story, you know, catcher me. Rich, what happened with Alexander Isak is that from day one, he had been clear with Newcastle that he wants to leave. Like, and yes, or that story one day, and say, okay, I now want to go. He had been clear with Newcastle. To the extent that, Rich, what he told his agent was that, a person free Newcastle, name Newcastle no about be free no. I'm making sure that it is going to be in an amicable way. Amicable in the sense that so when Liverpool for ever Newcastle for catch up somebody 150 million and they will not even listen to 120 million. Rich, the boy realized that Obi Aminima Kasemeko 120 million a decent fee. Munjinamenko. Newcastle for Chinchom now say, yeah, 120 million yeah, they are in Liverpool for fake ticket. No. That is when you knew that no. So my family see for me. Then I'm going to have a problem. It will affect me and I'll have a season. It is same for Yohan Wissa. Now Newcastle crowd come Yohan Wissa also 25 million. Yohan Wissa is telling Brentford they want to go. Rich, what happened between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Liverpool for? He wanted to go. So when the opening comes, who are the Bonibia Alexander Isak?
Okay, there's a breaking news. Yes, Liverpool the 120. Newcastle are rejected.
You see again.
120.
You see again. Rich, Isak no more just saying. I'm saying.
I'm not pay 150.
But I'm pay Isak. Okay, well you see.
No, so who top Benjamin Sesko 75. It's a go almost.
You see, the truth of the matter is that we know we are doing the level of Ishak. Ishak tier 1 striker.
Top striker.
Ishak Haaland mo tier 1 striker. No doubt about that. It's 120 million. I don't know what the details. I mean, some amount of details now. Then you could have looked at the structure.
According to David Austin,
how much do Newcastle want to pay as base fee? Sometimes it's very important. The structure.
Details.
How much now Newcastle for so much as base fee? Saying they add-ons because if you want the man Newcastle for only 70 million base fee, you can't add-ons. No matter what says if you are, Oje Ballon d'Or. Who hasn't Ballon d'Or?
I don't know. At least 120 no. 100. Not 20
or achieve some targets in the Ballon d'Or. Alexander Ishak Ballon d'Or. Almost Tuesday, almost the amount. The rich, young shares in Newcastle for the Todd Bolly ne Baghdad Balimwe. Like you are seeing. I've brought numbers for claims on why you are saying say Wayne Stanley, any stewards, any Joe Schultz have done a very good job as Chelsea sporting directors. Rich, Chelsea if you want to adjust to me say, take it or leave it. Football, you have to play on the field and win. But Rich, all you necessarily know, and so we show trim say. You should be able to be a sustainable business venture. And yes, sir, it is only a matter of time. You will go out of extinct or you will not be able to compete. Rich, look at this data. And now, Telegraph what they buy. Telegraph want to say how much each club has sold since Tottenham's Champions League final. That was in 2019. Rich, Chelsea at ton players in 966.1 million, less than 40 million, and Chelsea would have sold 1 billion since 2019. 6 years. Rich, go on the next of the list. Manchester City 607.5 million. Brighton and Hove Albion, Teteton team 523.6 million. Wolverhampton Wanderers 514 million. Aston Villa, Liverpool, Everton, West Ham, Southampton, Leicester, Leeds, Bournemouth. Rich, now share these two clubs. Tottenham Hotspur 293 in 6 years. Into the place now and fan I'm going. Your friend is a Aquabaki, Tottenham Hotspur. Aqua is your or buying as is your friend is a Monaco. Eric Dyer. How much did they get from him? How much did they get from all of those players? Who thinks a chunk of the money is Hurricane Sikano? Who thinks on Tom? The players never know far. Now it's a free billion. Rich, it is the same again for your club, Manchester United. A lot of players who are not selling.
Kasna.
Then, what's the Kasna? And you're money.
And I'm saying Kasna. And coming to my son Kasna. Yeah, crowd 289. Arsenal was
249.
249. Who players Arsenal? Just how dear, there be a whooper, Konya Binoa Tree. Coffee. Ya was so chunk of your own comedy. Oh boy, Jesus.
Never can say. And then why are they?
Oh, but on a more serious note, those are no penalty.
Oh, yeah, you've given Chelsea good credit.
Adia sporting directors.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
As much as Chelsea, ton.
Yeah.
Or say ton.
Yeah. And it's him. Idea about what people are not seeing is that in a ton of Tony they are buying young players. So each of that Chelsea team, a core of it, has at least 4 years together. And they be a has say, Rich Enka Etetina, Enka now Madrid Epe number 6 or so per tempo controller. Enka the 50 million we have for Enzo Fernandez because they be a kind of 1 year on the contract. So, but Todd Bowley were smart to give him 6-7 years. Maybe a next season, Madrid could come and take Obama and give you a meager 80 million. But he says no, you want a contract extension. Rich, if they are able to add, say this season in Chelsea are to 8. Estabao this season. Dario Sugu this season. Mamadou Sa this season. Your friend is saying Jao had to this season. Pedro, Joao Pedro this season. Abrante Fene Liam Delap this season. If they add Abrante Fene Javi Simons, 8 players, all of them solving specific problems. Which Javi Simons do, you know, I won't say too much about it. I've said it several times. It's only a matter of time. It's going to come. Me only fear Nhyira say Chelsea are in them. Not say Leipzig for any kind of Sesko and San catch Xavier. Then their bargaining power will be stronger. To be difficult to convince them to take the money because Utie Gabi say Chelsea if only want to pay below how much Leipzig value Abrante Fene Javi Simons. You will not get that if they sell Abrante Fene Benjamin Sesko more of that and pay. You see, if you are seeing in a left back in 3 and 2. You are seeing in a I know very medical.
You are seeing nothing.
No, Miss no 3 and 2 left back.
Only a 3.
Left back at 3. We are seeing
2 for 9 about right.
Okay. We are seeing 3.
Onu now.
3 ura. Same crown and the 24. Correct player. Patrick Dogu are you Dogu no left and right?
So how can we the new Patrick Evra?
About left and right.
No left day.
Left day.
Left day. Baby. Akwa ni bobo. Ofi ene bomb to uhebi.
Oh left day.
Left day. Akwa ni bobo. Hey, I'm Patrick Evra.
This is really a saying
reincarnation. Reincarnation as a man.
It is the other Abrante Fene Javi to ever be here in many cars no signing the contract. It looks as he's a rich. And no, I catch it. Now me catch a fat low. Say it looks as if I have to accept. Maybe Obi Ofie Bien him say Garnacho to Chelsea no. I have not been excited about it. Okay. But and now I try to explain. It's about market opportunity.
First camera number.
Oh, yeah, and the last minute of the window, 25 million. Get it back for Ghana.
I don't know. You can't want Jana.
Just saying.
You can't cheap place, they say.
Yeah.
Almost you test in who do be a some of my some person of Kenya. Because most of the players in the said in Yam.
It's a movie.
It's a move last minute of transfer, ye be and I close, you know.
Yeah.
Namu de musika na ba saa be ni option bia say be jis kan saa ya to be mo matra benta say I'm telling you
Ganacho
sika na ye pe no ye value na dia two players so no someone ntua no no player is living
na Ganacho ni awaye ni you value ni say Anyawaye ni
is he not playing?
Please no, he's not playing.
Ganacho be na mo
he's not playing. Ganacho is not even with you on pre-season.
And no pre-season there ye say I'm suitors into no nkasa no mo mra ne enton because now you feel say you want to do away with them.
So when he play he has not played into the
pre-season no more last is job boy.
Wait, den ya Ganacho no
and na me Kofi say say na am strategy say say na am strategy say mo twa last day of say yeah can transfer na tumu na mo kofa 20-30 bi ahun. Say the penny this kind of beba penny this kind of beba you ba bonanza no pie fi
ah se ba oka
pitim
ti Ganacho no akoye say you
eh
area de ni bi no obi afem ye ntia kese senior mambisa e be jeri di 20 million mo ye de ono ti no ko ba ka ye hia ne sa ya ne ye be boaro ni e peja ne stores kakra ne amfa ne atona ma Arsenal
akoye mu mitimi
chali re amfa ye atona ma Arsenal
ba on mo Kofi Manchester de umu ye kra
o mi filimu
on fa enye hwe
won na de ye
ye play
say badu idi ni area for obi ade action
ni na so de obebi wa no keke
idi ere for the what here ni ye nko ba ye dia mo be yo mo gese ade obi afa bi ye nko ye ba ya oh my goodness.
Ay, Fensio. Mark Hughes, because
that's right. Kendrick Payoso, Cost Strasbourg, near here. You are going to see what it is. But we face you Friday.
Sure.
Your coach, Kakrebia, Yadema, Yasha Michelle, what joining us on YouTube and Nhyira TV. With my screenshot, OTO Radio Michelle, no for pen or paper, no charge. First one, 22078121. Second one, 22077EE7. Next one, 22077CD9. And our last one, 22077 077BD1. That's Richard.
And so that's a coffee. Fiifi Manfred, the Martin in Cano.